What's up, guys? Another story, I should say good morning. Morning. I don't like telling people good morning. I'm trying to get into that. It's just for the fact is you just never know on that other person's day going, how it started, or even has even ended from whatever the issues it is. So I don't like saying good morning to people because you just never know they're having a fucking bad day. Somebody passed away, fucking got in an accident, fucking it's just something they got beat up or they got shot at or they got their car broken into overnight at work or something. It's just, I don't know, it's just weird to me to say good morning to somebody. I understand it's like a positive thing, like, hey, but just socializing. But you gotta understand too, man, not that many people out there too, man. There's a percentage of people that don't like saying good morning or even hearing good morning. Just morning or what's up. That's it. I'm one of those people. I'm getting into the groove of saying good morning. It's just weird. I don't know. I try. I think I only say it when people tell me good morning, so I'll be like good morning. But yeah. But anyways, the story right here is about an old homie of mine. Man, he passed away back in the '90s too. I don't know if it was around Sammy Bear before, after. It's a long time. His name was Daniel Muñoz, right? We were in elementary school together. Yeah, we had our times, ups and down times. Friends, no friends, then friends again, no friends. We used to go. He used to come to my house on Lock. When he used to live on Lock, on the top of Lock, fucking these apartments in the back. You probably see it in the picture or something like that in the background, right? So you have a better idea. We used to play Nintendo, Excite Bike, and all that stuff. He used to come to my house, this and that. We both played baseball. He played at a different park, and I played once in a while, like in like All Stars or something like that. Not All Stars, but when we play against other parks and stuff. Yeah, man, we used to have fun, man. We used to, like, back in the days too, we used to like run around the neighborhood, like walkie talkies and stuff, like playing hide and seek. I don't mean to be fucking going, you know what I mean? But I'm going as I go. I don't write shit down. I should, but it beats the whole purpose of raw and uncut type shit. Well, not uncut, but raw. So Daniel, man, aka Sleepy, he ended up getting murdered, and somewhere in East Los, he got shot in the head with a shotgun, by a shotgun. My understanding that he was alive after a while. He was on life support, but they end up taking off this life support. Condolences to the family, Mr. and Mrs. Munoz. I don't know if they're still around. I know he had a little sister. I don't know her name. I just don't know. But Miss Munoz, I knew Miss Munoz too back in elementary. I was in elementary school because I was getting transferred between Alserena Elementary School and Bushnell Way, which I have some stories coming up from Bushnell Way School, right? Because I was staying in Highland Park. My address was there, so I had to go to Bushnell Way. But at that time, it was like my grandma unlocked, so I was going back and forth. And when the schools find out this and this and that, I was being transferred, like going back and forth like ping pong. And Miss Munoz was a teacher, like not a teacher, but assistant teacher. Like when there's a teacher and there's assistant that helps around in the classroom, and lunchtime they go outside and they just make sure everybody is doing okay, whoop the whoop, not getting in trouble and stuff like that. Well, that was his mom, Miss Munoz, in Alserena Elementary School. The dad, he was cool. Every time even like after his passing, Daniel's passing, I would still stop by and say what's up and how you doing and shit like that. Fucking Man, that's crazy. You know, we had our good and bad terms. We used to play. Even this guy fucking with Adam, man. He ended up getting to Lowell, and now he's doing life in prison. I think it is. It's a green light gang, man. But you know, back in my times, he wasn't from Lowell. His brother was, and that's another story I'll get into maybe in the future. Maybe not. You know what I mean? But yeah, me and Daniel, man, we were back in the elementary school days with some other people. A lot of them are dead, and a lot of them I don't know where the fuck they at. You know what I mean? We separate, man. It's crazy how life is. Stuff that you get, oh damn, stuff that you get into. Anyhow, Daniel, man, aka Sleepy, he was from Eastside Locals. Told me he was stupid when he got in at a young age, man. Yeah. Yeah, so he got killed. I guess he was on a mission or something like that, and they caught him slipping when he was trying to catch them slipping. He ended up getting shot in the head with a shotgun. He was pretty much dead, but you know, like a vegetarian state. So the body, it's like you're sleeping. Your brain is like brain dead. You get hit in the head with a shotty. I'm surprised. Surprised a lot of people he was still alive, but he was dead though, you know. But we had an ongoing friendship, you know. Sometimes we were friends, sometimes we weren't friends. We were not talking terms. That's when we started getting older, you know what I mean? As we were young, we were always at each other's houses. Miss Muñoz took care of me when we went over there, and then, you know, my mom would take care of him when he came over to my house. We'll play Nintendo, we'll fucking play basketball in the backyard. He was a good character, you know. But gangs and stuff like that, gangs will change you guys, you know what I mean? Gangs will change you. In our teenage years, we kind of like start going our separate ways. You have your own little groups, and once in a while we'll just like chit-chat, hey, what's up, homie? Well, you didn't say what's up, like, what's up, homie? You know what I mean, like, what's up, dog? You know what I mean? And, you know, time after time, you know what I mean? I remember this one time that some fool Spooky, right? Here's some tall, goofy looking guy. I don't know if he's in good standings or not. But what's up with Spooky? He was cool too, man. You know what I mean? But he was like a chill back motherfucker, so you could clown on him and he'll just be like, yeah, okay, dig, alright, we'll see. You know? But I know like one time where me and T-Bone were walking down on Eastern, and he was on the other side. He was on the other side of the street on Eastern, and how you call it? Anyhow, you know, I was just goofing around, talking shit, woo the woo, blah blah blah. You know, just making fun of, you know, stuff I shouldn't have been saying, but you know, at that time we were just fucking goofing around, and he took it as a disrespect. Like we almost got into it because he came from behind, he pushed me. Talking all like, hey, well, you be talking shit about my neighborhood and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. And so, you know, that was my mistake, but I was just clowning again because I know them too. And he came from acting all crazy, and I turned around and, man, I was just fucking around, and he was all pissed off and shit like that. And I was like, fool, man, we go deeper than that, man. This ain't no fucking big thing. But, you know, youngster, you get into a different, that's when he first got into his neighborhood, shit like that. You know what I mean? We fucking pushed each other up a little bit, and after that, we didn't talk for a little bit. In time, you know what I mean? Just bullshit. And then we ended up being cool again. And he was just like, yeah, I don't want to know this. And I was like, fool, we're homies, man. The fuck out of here with that bullshit. You know, my family knows your family. Well, mom and dad knows me and my mom and shit like that. But yeah, he was cool fucking homie, man. We went to elementary school. I would post up, I'll probably post up his, man. But if I post up his school little pictures, I should post up mine, you know. Goofy looking kids, man. Yeah, rest in peace, man. He ended up dying, and when the funeral came, like the wake and the funeral, we had it over there in Lincoln Heights, off of fucking right there off of Broadway and Griffin, like right next to there's like a blanks something something or a laundromat something something or something like that or some stores right there, and then you have the mortuary, where they have like the viewings and stuff like that. You go see the body. You probably see it somewhere here, so you guys haven't. There's so many people have been there. Like the what do you call it? The guy's in charge of that building. That when he does the services, he tells people, "Hey, this and that. The viewing is now on, and then the viewing is closed. Everybody, please leave." Like I knew that guy after after so many services. So every time he see me, it was like one time I was there for like a whole week, probably like 3 4 times in that one week. It was crazy, man. Yeah, anyways, that shit hurt it, man. Because again, I was young. Growing up, I was in my teenage years, what I mean, mid-teens or something like that, I believe. And when you're young, you're going through a bunch of emotions, and you don't know who's what, and you're just fucking going with the flow, and that shit hurts, man. Seeing his body, and they had him in the casket, open casket, and they had a hat on him to cover the backside because I think all this side was gone or something like that. I know a couple of the fools right there took off his hat to go look. I thought that was disrespectful, you know. But yeah, the mom came up to me because I was crying. I'm not gonna lie, I was crying. I was like, "Fuck, that shit fucking hurts, man." And you're real sensitive when you have a lot of people passing away around you at that time as well. Then I think it's past the fucking 10-minute break mark because my first half I just like cut it off, so I had to go to work. And they came up to me and they were like, "Man, don't do no like pretty much no paybacks and whoop the whoop." Ah, man, my mom actually came up and talked to me like that. Like, payback is nothing like that. It's not worth it. I already lost my son. You know what I mean? Your mom, your mom can't lose you type shit. Conversation. It was between me and her, and man. And then the dad came and he was telling me pretty much the same shit. Cause we were cool, man. It was like that. We're dogs like that, man. Regardless what, how life is and everything, we go our ways. We could still be on this side of town, that side of town, and we'll still be cool. You know what I mean? We won't call each other up like that, man. It's like when we bump each other in the streets because we're always on the streets. So that's when we bumped it. We didn't have no cell phones. You really had to deal with, people like that. So I accidentally fucking pushed the button. I was looking at something real quick. Anyhow, yeah, man. Shit happens, right? It's just sad that sometimes I think about, because I do have the pictures, like when I went to the funerals. I have a lot, man. There's a lot that I have lost, and I have a wall, like a memory thing for like the ones that passed away. I just have the pictures up or their gloves, something that's part of them on the wall, and I look at them from time to time, man. Especially when I feel like backsliding, you could say, because living a square life is hard, man. It's really hard because you got to deal with fucking shit that it would have been easy resolved doing the street stuff, And it's a whole different ball game. So yeah, the family, the mom and dad talked to me, and after that, like, I see them once in a while because they live in El Sereno, you know what I mean? And then shit happens, man. My direction of life went somewhere else, which that direction made me like separate from people around that neighborhood. So yeah, man. I hope they're doing good. I don't know if they're still alive or they passed away or what. But yeah, that's it, man. You guys have a good life, man. Stay safe. Hug the ones that you need to hug because you just never know, right? Life is a trip. Peace.